We are back, and David Burrows is taking your questions today. We're pretty tight for time. Elizabeth in Edmonton, go ahead, please.
Yes, hello. Thanks for taking my call. My question is on AQN. I'd like to ask your guest why it's falling. Are there any issues with this stock? I bought some much higher, or should I continue buying some more? Thanks for your help.
Thanks very much. Algonquin Power.
So Algonquin Power, as a renewable energy company and utility, has had a remarkable run. It's done really, really well. It's been loved by dividend seekers for its dividend growth. It also falls into a camp that is quite a defensive group. So the reason it's selling off is the reason that all of the defensive stocks have been selling off over the last 3 or 4 days, because they have become quite expensive, and there has been a rotation taking place into more economically sensitive groups, with a view that if the Fed goes into a Fed rate cutting cycle, that will benefit economically sensitive stocks. So that's what's happening in the near term. For the person who is buying it to get the dividend, they're going to get the dividend, they're going to get dividend growth. As I said earlier about the defensive sectors, they're likely to underperform the market. Now, we own some growth utilities, and we own a few growth REITs, because we think they're going to get better growth than their groups. But as a whole, I think the utilities group will have some challenge. I would prefer, if you're looking for dividend and dividend growth, to be buying financials, which are historically cheap, and I think look as though they have much better upside.
Thanks for that call, Elizabeth. Michael in Montreal, go ahead, please.
Thank you, my call. I'd like to have the guest's opinion on Cenovus Energy for a long-term hold, and if he's not a fan of it, would you suggest either Suncor or CNQ? Thank you very much. Okay,
Cenovus or the two old faithful, Suncor and CNQ.
So look, the two most levered would be MEG and Cenovus. If you really want to make a bet, the heavy oil, you really want to make a bet, this is where you go. And as one analyst pointed out to me today, technically the stock is set up quite well on a point and figure chart, which might point to higher prices. I would say it's not sort of the leader in the group, and if I had to make a choice, I likely would choose CNQ or a Suncor. It's a group that has been really out of favor, and it's been a difficult space to be in, and it may be making a turn here. I just haven't seen enough evidence.
Okay, right. So would you be more interested in a CNQ or a Suncor?
I would be more interested in a CNQ or a Suncor.
Okay, no problem. Nicole in Montreal, thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
David, good to have you back on the show. It's been a while. Just wanted to ask you today about UTX and their marriage with Raytheon. I own UTX, so just wanted to know your thoughts. Thanks.
Sure. So the defense sector and the aerospace sector continues to be a sector that we really like. We've been focused here for, 5 years. There is a very, very good sort of secular growth there, and it's going to continue to consolidate. Stock recently pulled back from $144 into support at around $128, $29, and I think it looks like it's making a turn off the moving averages. I'd be a buyer of the stock here.
Oh, okay, no problem. We are going to take a break. Top picks coming up next. David has 2 transport stocks and an industrial. You are watching Market Call.